Yo, what is good, man? I was watching this thing on disinformation. It was two authors. They were debating whether or not disinformation could be something that could be identified. And if it could be identified, if we could teach people how to identify disinformation, then maybe they can protect themselves from believing the lies. And I want to say we need to stop calling disinformation disinformation, because disinformation is really just lies. We found a fancy $2 word for saying something's a lie. And then the more I thought about this, the more I got into this as to, can disinformation be easily identified? One author was saying, yes, you can identify using certain patterns. The other was saying, well, listen, these patterns aren't as obvious in real world, and people are smart enough to disguise lies to make them sound like the truth. And that is the friggin' truth, right? Like, if someone could identify a lie really easy, they would. I don't think people generally want to go around spreading lies or believing lies. But the reason they do is because it's not so easy to just identify them, saying, hey, it's because you use emotive language. It has to be a lie, because all sides use emotive language now to express things. And then the more and more I started thinking about this and trying to like dissect this, the more I accepted that it's not so much that, it's hard to identify a lie. It's we find these lies convenient. And so we don't battle them near as hard as we want to, because they support a belief, a bias, a prejudice that we might already have. So it's more convenient for us to believe the lie and say, well, look, Haitians are eating pets if we're racist. It's easier for us to say, hey, the schools are turning all our kids trans if you hate trans people. There's certain lies that become convenient truths in your life by just saying, listen, I don't know, but that's what they said. Because it's easier to believe the lie than it is to, do the research to figure out whether or not it is right or wrong. And that's why I think disinformation isn't as easy to combat as much as everyone wants to combat it. It's because there's certain lies that we want to believe. We want to believe that the government wants, or not everyone, but there's people who want to believe that things are out of their control because giant corporations want to poison us with pharmaceuticals so that we become reliant and dependent on these drugs, which they kind of prove to be the case every now and then. It's not as easy, is what I'm telling you, because we develop these biases. They get backed up by these truths. We can cherry pick then the certain elements of like, hey, this happened, so there you go, this probably happened too. And now we got everyone fighting over things, and while they're fighting, they're lying, and they call it color joke for a reason, right? The age of lies. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in a morbid, crooked, wretched, what is the truth sense. And then you go Satanam. You could say all the truths, you could do all that stuff, but if you're living the truth, man, if you're living your truth. Shoot. Anyways, that's all I got. Till the next one. Peace.